Okay, I think we should be ready to start in just 1 second. But hi, hello. 1 sec. Okay, that should be better. What still isn't better? Give me a second. I'm going to close out of this and see if this is any better. Give me 1 second, guys. My tracking seems just a tad bit off. Still a little bit off. Oh well, that's just gonna have to be how it goes today. But hi, hello, hopefully everyone is doing a-okay. Hello Tynek, hello Cogsright, hello Ty, hello Pokemon, hello Wolf with Sword, hello Gideoneer, hello Ghoul, hello Stray Crow, hello Dropped Frame, hello Zeotech, and I need to, do a certain something. One moment. Sorry. Hello Zeotech, hello LM Dragon, and hello the Ready Seti, and Cogsright. Hello Cogsright. So hopefully everyone is doing a-okay today. I am feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm not 100% sure if y'all can tell, but I am going to do my best. Oh, hello Tallarine. Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. So I actually got an idea for the heart rate monitor that I kind of want to try out before we go any further. I have a feeling that there may be a way to, what's the word? There may be a way to make a heart rate monitor out of force resistive sensors. So I want to explore that real quick. I hope that's okay with y'all. Well, actually, yeah, I hope it's okay with y'all. If not, let me know. But yeah, I have a feeling that these are going to actually be easier to work with. So yeah, let me just take a quick hydration check. Oh, I also need to grab the medical tape. 1 second. I should have gotten the medical tape beforehand. 1 sec. Okay, so I essentially want to test a small hypothesis that I have. Medical supplies for dangerous science. Medical supplies are necessary to make science. When they have to be pretty sensitive, IDK how sensitive the normal ones are. So they're pretty sensitive, if I recall correctly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook this guy up to our multimeter, and then I'll show you their resistivity change as like we apply just a tiny bit of force. And we'll see how it goes from there. So give me a second to get the multimeter out. But yes, hopefully everyone is doing okay. I left work early today, which is not great, but that's okay. That's what PTO is for, right, guys? I took a nap, and then I tried to work out a bit, and now I'm here. Yippee. Okay, let's see, what else has been going on? I'm gonna need this. And then PTO is for anything you'd like. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, Mothman. You know, there's always a... You know, it's always a good day as long as you can still breathe and you're alive, right? Or at least that's how I look at it, or should look at it. Alright, let's go ahead and get this guy down. So, we are halfway through the week, which is good. I am looking forward to the weekend, that is for sure. Oh, I also did get to celebrate Lunar New Year's last night. I'm not sure if y'all knew, but yesterday was Lunar New Year. Well, actually, I guess today is the New Year, but like, you know what I mean. Anywho, let's go ahead and get this guy. Alright. I think it will be in the air of about 20k, if I recall correctly. Let's go ahead and get this guy probed up. Year of the Horse. Yes, definitely Year of the Horse. Oh, congrats Mothman on the streak, and congrats Pokemon on the streak. Yeah, let's see. What has been new? What has been new? Again, I got to celebrate New Year's last year. The year of the Uma Musume, exactly. I've actually kind of stopped playing Uma Musume. Guys, small confession. I may have stopped playing Uma Musume. Please don't throw any rocks at me. And hello, Sideri. Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing alright, Sai. Just need to get you and get you. Okay, so let's see. So whenever I touch on this guy even slightly, it should go ahead and increase the resistivity. So if this is against my skin and then I were to press slightly on this, it's going to increase. It should go ahead and increase our, should increase the resistivity. And we're essentially going to use this to backwards drive something. So right now we're sitting at 20k ohms. So I think, if we zoom in, yeah, I think that's at K. So depending on how hard we press, we'll get different values. But generally, I think as long as you put pretty much any force on it, you'll get a pretty high value. So the idea, what will be your next gacha now that Uma Musume is retired? I don't know. I have slightly relapsed back into chess, though not as much as I would like to. Oh, the other thing I want to do. This is also a force resistive sensor, though I believe it's only when you bend it. Not 100%. Pressure sensor, just clip one of those on the left thumb should work. Kick W. So no, I don't think it's going to work that easily. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to clip it to my cardioid, or like my neck. Carotid? One of my arteries. Okay, so same thing. I think, yeah. If this guy bends even slightly, the number should change. Yeah. The problem, though, is if this guy was attached to my skin... Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Okay, give me a second. I haven't relapsed as much as I want to. Okay. Oh, wait, what do you mean by I haven't relapsed as much as I want to? And also, Sai, how are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing A-okay. If not, that's perfectly okay too. Not doing okay every day is perfectly normal. That's what you said, Ori? That's what you said. I haven't relapsed as much as I would like to. Okay. Sorry, I'm in like a slight fugue state. I'm in a slight fugue state, for a lack of a better term. Let me just attach this guy to my neck real quick. I want to see if this is even possible. It should be possible. Oh boy. Can you guys see when the heart's beating? So I legitimately think this will be easier than using a heart rate sensor. I think I have concrude? Concrude? What's concrude? Can someone please explain what concrude is to me? Oh yes, and then the other thing that I want to do real quick is attach this guy to my skin, and see if we're still able to get the values out of it. So give me a second for that as well. Concred is the slang for getting... The only time I've gone to a convention I actually was not sick after. Well, actually, I've been to conventions twice. I worked at a convention once. I don't think I've ever told you guys that. I've worked at a convention once, or tangentially to a convention, and then I've also I've also attended a convention as an attendee. But, yar. What kind of job was it? It was a... So, actually, my aunt and uncle owned a restaurant, and it was at the venue of the, It was at the venue of the convention, so I helped them with it because they had, like, surge casing. No, I mean, yeah, it was essentially like a restaurant. They just needed, like, extra staff for the convention day because it's, like, their most busy day of the year or something. Hold on, let me place this around my artery real quick. Okay, it seems like we're gonna have to do it pretty tight. That is okay. How am I gonna mount this tightly to my neck? Oh, the second thing. It would be a lot easier if I could just mount it to, like, my wrist, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. It would be, like, here. I think. Yes, that's where it is. Yeah, that seems pretty hard to differentiate. So essentially I need to be applying enough force that, that we get something. You could tape something stiff. You could something stiff between the resistor and the tape to push it down more. Yes, so that's going to be the plan when we ultimately apply it. But, it'd be a lot easier if it was able to detect based on my wrist. Like, whenever you see it going up, that is indeed my pulse. So, beat, 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 beat. That is correct. Try hot glue. Try hot glue on the inside of a rubber band and the band can still apply pressure. I don't think I actually own any rubber bands. I own some hair bands, but that's about it. But yes. I had actually a lovely time working at an anime convention when I went, or when I was, like, working, or, like, I helped out in college over the summer type thing. It was a lovely time because I got to take... Okay, so I like taking pictures, and I have probably, conservatively, like, a few hundred pictures on my phone from that entire time of just people's various cosplays. Just, like, various cosplays. And you could see that I was taking it. So if I was here, over the counter, there was the other people who were just, like, ordering whatever food they wanted, right? And you could just see the counter and, like, the menu and stuff on the side. And I was just, like, taking pictures of people, like, obviously with their permission. But, that's neither here nor there. I just have, like, tons of pictures of people in cosplay on my phone. Because I like cosplay, because it's cool. Anyways. Let's get it. So oh, the other thing that I wanted to check was if the bend sensor would be easier. I have a feeling this is not going to be workable, but we should still try it. Alright, so we get it attached this way. And we need to get it attached on the other side. Hopefully I'm not doing anything terribly wrong. Please let me know if I am, and I will be sure to adjust if possible. Also, if the volume is too loud or too soft, please also let me know. Or if you guys are all just the same viewer, also please let me know. Alright. So I think the problem with this is it's not going to... You're doing a wonderful job. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna... Hold on, let me see. Let me get some medical tape. Funny, I have seen the solution for this like 2 decades ago. I wonder how it will be built differently this time. Really? You saw the solution for this 2 decades ago? Wait, 2 decades ago? How old are you, Tynek? You're not 380 years old like me, right? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Also, hello, Talirine. Thank you for the streak. Okie dokie. I don't think I'm seeing anything. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the other force resistive sensor. Okay, so the plan is then the following. I'm gonna take a quick drink of tea. One sec. Also, today's tea is chamomile tea, because my throat hurts. So, yeah, bottoms up, I suppose. Hey, Ori, it's me, your only for a month. What? Wait, why do you have, like... Why do you have, like, a, Hi, Ori, it's me, your only viewer. For a month, I have created the illusion that you are streaming to a larger audience, but here's the truth. All the people in chat are me. Sai, no, not you two. Sai, not you two. Please tell me you're not a part of my imagination. And for now, you will be convinced of this. I will end this message from all my accounts. That's a lot of accounts. Alright. And the ready, steady. I'm part of someone else's imagination. Yeah, I wish I was a part of someone else's imagination, but we can't all be. What was the story that I wanted to tell today? Wait, why does this copy-paste have a Lisp OM? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way. I'm just a social construct, actually. Oh, very nice. Also, Sai, traitor. Traitor, Sai. Sai, you're a traitor. You were supposed to fight misinformation on the internet. And here you are, spreading misinformation on the internet. You were supposed to fight them, not join them. You know? Anyways. I'm just gonna go back over here. I'm just gonna go back over here. Traitor? I didn't know... Traitor? Yeah, you were the chosen one, Sai. I'm glad someone got the reference. Okay. I need to get this guy attached. Okay, so I'm probably going to use... We're gonna need slightly long wires for this guy. The force was going up to... Hold on. Someone... Oh, thank you so much for following, Seka VT. I hope you have a good time while you are here, for however long you are here for. Whether that be 3 minutes or 3 years. It was good knowing you all. What? Okay. Second, let's get this guy attached. They're here for eternity. Okay, so for our force dividing sensor, I ideally want to put this guy, or our force detecting resistor, we want to ideally put it in the middle of whatever this guy puts out. It appears to me to be approximately... It appears to me to be approximately 10 kilovolt, or 10 kilo ohms, so I think we'll be good. Chat's a construct of her own mind, have to inform the doctor's note. Yes. Oh, guys, they let me back into my white room. They let me back into my white room. Dude, it still leaks. They temporarily let me back into my white room. It was great. It still leaks. So I'm not 10 kilo ohms. How was your field trip? The field trip was great. Thank you for asking. Okay, I need 10 kilo ohms. Ideally 10 kilo ohms. Wait, what leaks? Oh, the floor tile leaks. So, like, the floor, like if you step on the tile in the wrong way. Oh, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Death by Yonder. That's appreciated but never necessary. Thank you so much, though, Ty. Your name seems familiar. Why does their name seem so familiar? It definitely does seem familiar. I thought you meant like a water leak. Oh, no. And no, this is not going to be a repeat of last stream. Oh, it's an Avo mod. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we have a 2 kilo ohms here. We could put those in series until we get 10 kilo ohms. I'd prefer not. Oh, 4.7 kilo ohms. We'll probably go with that 4.7. Yeah, we'll go with the 4.7. Okay, so the idea here is that we are going to do a voltage divider. Yes, they are regular on both mine and Shumimi's stream. Oh, okay. I see. I very much see. Okay, so we are going to go with a 4.7 kilo ohm resistor. And then how are we going to attach this guy to my face? Or not my face, my, Oh, thank you for the streak spikes. How am I gonna attach this guy to my body? No, they don't let me touch grass. Silly. They just bring me from one white room to another white room, and they make sure that... Never mind. Never mind. Okay, I just need to get this guy attached. We need male to female, or female to female. Or it would malfunction if she touched grass. We doing the SCP joke again? No, we're not doing the SCP joke again. There's... Guys, I'm not sure if my mental can take another, like, last stream. Last stream was a little rough on me mentally. I'm a level with you. I'm gonna keep it a $150. Last stream was a little rough. Okay. They make sure the supply of plastic ducks stay constant. Chocolate, thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. No, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you have to get beat down and destroyed so you can be built up stronger the next time. That's the cope that I'm going to tell myself. That's the cope that I'm going to tell myself. Wait, you didn't take last stream seriously, did you? I thought you played into it. I mean... I do, like, I did partially play into it. But, dude, by the end, I was kind of just getting dunked on. And that was rough. Okay, I do need this guy to be long. The reason being is that this guy's got to connect to my neck and then back to the microcontroller, so I'm going to probably just stick with 2 wires for now. Okay. And I would never take anything seriously. You know, I am historically known, in fact, for being able to read context extremely well, especially when someone is saying, like, potentially true or false things. Or, like, using, what is it, sarcasm? Sure. Exactly. Yeah, that's my specialty. Let's see. What do streamers typically do during low energy days, by the way? I guess you just, like, chill, vibe, and try to survive, if I had to guess. Or he needs the S at the end of statements. Sarcasm. Games? Yap. Games and yap. Dude, if I were to yap right now, I'd probably just yap from my bed, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. That should be wide enough. And then I just need a way to hold this guy down tightly. How am I gonna put this guy tightly around my neck? What's the best way to get this thing tightly around my neck safely? They do nothing. Streamers don't exist while they aren't streaming, or no, or yes. I did say safely. Streamers just make react content on low energy days. I know you would never though. No. No, I would not. I would have said zip ties, but that doesn't seem safe. Yeah, I would zip tie my... Yeah, okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me tie my hair back. 1 second. I need to tie my hair back. Okay. Or, well, not tie my hair back, tuck my hair back. Do you have a watch strap? I have medical tape, and I have duct tape. That's the 2 things that you need, right? Medical tape and duct tape? That's everything you need for a balanced breakfast. Nah, you just tape your hair down. I bet that would go great. No, we won't be doing that. And if you are just tuning in, what we are trying to make is a heart rate monitor out of a force resistor, because I feel like that is going to be easier than using the components that we have. That's what I do. I try to yap and then just feel bad about how poorly I'm doing. That's okay. That's okay. We just lock in. We just need to lock in. Alright, let me get this around my neck. What if my pulse moves? It shouldn't. Okay, 1 second. I'm getting it around my neck. Okay, so I place it like there. Okay. Is that possible? Well, you guys don't know, but dolphins have some unique physiology. Dude, if anyone walks in right now, I'm going into the loony bin, bro. If anyone just, like, walks in at this very moment, they're just gonna be like, ah, yes, this person clearly needs to go to the doctor. That's okay, though. No, hair, please don't get in the way. Please, hair. Going back. Yeah, going back. Okay. That's uncomfortable, and that's against my neck. So you know what's great when your throat hurts, guys? Putting duct tape around your throat. That's like the third best. That's like the third best idea I've came up with on this channel. Anyways. Here's our 2 probes. Let's see if we're getting anything out. I hope we are. Dude, if we don't, that's expected, to be perfectly honest. But, police health and wellness check. Well, there we are. Okay, that's in line, that's in line, that's in line. And then we measure... Uh-oh. I feel like we've dealt with this issue before. I'm having to apply force right now on my own, though. Double check range, double check polarity. I don't know what you're checking. We're checking the resistivity on the sensor. So if I, like, were to take my pulse normally, hold on. Let me take off the duct tape. Ah. Oh my gosh, never duct tape your neck, guys. That's such a bad idea. Okay, that was a bad idea. On a scale of 1 to 10, that was like a solid 2 on idea range. Don't put... don't put duct tape around your neck. Okay. This goes here. Then here. Works better the second time, trust me. Okay. Okay. Why do I believe Reddy has experience with this? If you say so. Like, if I'm applying a small amount of force, you can see where my heart beats. Hold on, I'm not going to talk for a second, but the resistance will go up. So the question is, how do I apply, like, a force into myself? So essentially, I need to figure out a way... This will work as long as I can figure out a way to both attach this to myself. Sometimes chat is like a Friends episode. Wait, what do you mean a Friends episode? Nice, I'm super happy I have a R9 nanometer. It's night and day anything before. Okay. So what is the way that I can essentially keep this guy as attached to my skin as possible and, like, slightly pressing down, but not completely hard pressing down? Does anyone have any ideas? Do you have anything like popsicle sticks? Do I have anything like popsicle sticks? I have... Ready, I need... Ready, I do have super glue, but that seems like a bad idea. Popsicle sticks, I do not have. I'm sure I have sticks, though, somewhere. I'm sure I could make popsicle sticks if we had to. Like, I have wood, right? An ace bandage. A small cross-section dowel and small piece of plastic. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, like a spring. Hold on, I do have some springs. Give me a second. Let me see what springs we got. We need some small springs. Small springs, small springs. We have some two-sided tape. Some two-sided tape. We have some drill bits. That's not gonna work. Some security bits. We have some string. I don't think string is going to help much. Okay. Oh, also chocolate. Someone redeemed chocolate. And I haven't eaten the chocolate. Apologies. Note for chat, don't actually do this. Oh yeah, I will not. I know it's actually bad and good for me, generally. Okay. So I essentially need a way to press this into my skin. You redeem chocolate and a random fact. Oh, what was the subject? I'm sorry, I didn't see what subject you chose. Actually, I didn't see what subject Tallying chose either. That's weird, why am I not seeing redeems? That's weird, I'm not seeing the redeems for the random fact stuff. But, 2 random facts. Well, I need categories, though. Or let's go with sleep as a random fact. You need 8 hours to sleep today. A day. Sleep cycles are typically an hour and a half long. There are people who, like, genuinely need less sleep, such as Napoleon, which I've said before. Because there are people, they are in chat not filled in during claiming. You might want to set up so that random fact redeem requires a text input. Oh, I definitely should. Redeem. Hold on. Let me do that. Give me a second, guys. I require viewer to enter text. There we go. Much better. That should handle it. I don't know. I just wanted stream to be slightly more interactive, you know? There's a lot of people who ignore all the knowledge. I see. Okay, yeah, I could do like an ace bandage setup. If I did an ace bandage setup, hold on, let me try to do an ace bandage setup. Honestly, if I was doing that, maybe I can. I can be a lot rougher with my wrist. Because, you know, it's my wrist, not my neck. Hold on. Let me find my pulse. Also, I should mark it. I should probably be marking where my pulse is, but that's okay. I can find it on the fly. Okay, so it's right there. Right here? Mm-hmm. Here. Give me a second. Okay. So, one idea is to make something similar to a ace bandage, which is 2 separate strips pulling in different directions, right? Or at least 2. That's called being committed. I'll show you something being committed. Okay. Also, it's not parasocial. It's not parasocial if I'm also social with the person, is it? Or I would say it's not. If you say so. Okay, that is significantly less force. We'll just keep applying duct tape. You know, I know quite a bit about Alex. I feel like. And most people here. Streamers parasocial with figments of her imagination. Yes, exactly. That's actually me. You guys are all just really fancy figments of my imagination. Wait, does that mean, like... Wait, does that mean if I grow, I get more imagination? And then if I... You could use a belt, maybe, if you had one. I have something in mind, but I'd like to avoid that if possible. Honestly, I could just... Oh, 1 second. Okay. Ori creates our backstories in her head. She defines us. Yes, I do define you guys. Okay. 1 sec. If you get enough imagination, you can redeem it for a branded backpack. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Luckily, I can use a zip tie around my arm. I will be careful. Thank you, though. Nah. How much tighter could I reasonably go? Also, your model's going up places? Wait, what do you mean by going places? Okay, 1 second. Let me remove the tape and try this again. It was looking rather unsafe, so yeah, that was because I was using my mouth to adjust. I was using my mouth to adjust the zip tie. So yes, I would expect it to be unsafe, so. Parasocial is a figment. Time to look very carefully. It's not gonna become blue, guys. It's not gonna become blue. There's literally tape around it. This is the only time I think doing easier to remove and a knob would apply pressure. Why can't I cut it, though? Hold on. I should have been able to cut it there. Give me a second. Ori needs hand strength to remove a zip tie. No, I don't. I'm fine, guys. You guys are worrying about too much. You guys are worrying too much. And also, if you over-tighten a zip tie, typically it won't... What's the word? That again. A 384-year-old dolphin presenting to the emergency room. We worry. That's fair. You can always just pry it up on the tab if it gets stuck. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. 1 second, let me try that again. I want to try that with slightly better placement of everything. Oh my gosh, 1 sec. Looking for cardioid. I think there's our best bet. Alright. Let me try this again. Hello. What's up, Michael? Michael with many ones. Hello, Michael with many ones. How's it going, buddy? Okay, it may look sus. Apologies if it looks sus, but I don't really have a better idea on how to attach a zip tie with one hand. We worry. Tie this makes... Tie with this many nines is your nemesis. I see. Okay. Slightly more. Slightly more. Oh. Slightly more. Okay, just... Ever so slightly more. Firmly grasp it. Please. Maybe we need a slightly better idea. Your multimeter is warning you. That's great. My multimeter might be warning me, but I'm not warning me. The problem is also, like, where we're applying the force. Hold on. Let me switch to the center of application to be over. Where would the most force be? It would be counter-crossed. So it'd be, like, here. Posture check is good. Thank you. Oh. Caring about airs only, I guess. Oh, he says I'm dead. That's okay. This is an optical sensor or tensometer based or S different? It's different. So we're actually using a force resistive sensor, and then our pulse should cause it to apply. But it appears... Hold on. First of all, make sure we're still making contact. Ori is trying something with a... Listen, you guys just lack vision, okay? Okay, now I think we're gonna have to use our neck. I won't be able to use a zip tie, obviously, but I think getting the force application on this is too hard. Wait. What? I just wanted to hear to explain, but you already started explaining? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Good morning, Linted. Put something small between the zip tie and the sensor. Okay. Put something small between the zip tie and the sensor. Give me a second. Okay. Hey, Ori, how's your New Year's been? The zip tie looks great, thank you! So, that resistive element, that changes resistance when force changes? Yes, that is correct, Michael. So if I were to apply a downwards force, this guy would increase. Never mind. Okay. Cool. Let me just get this guy off. You know it'd be funny, guys, if I can't get this off? That would be hilarious. That'd be haha hilarious. I kid, of course. So what it should look like, Michael, because you did just join in, if I attach this guy to my neck. Neck is here. Oh. Wait, is it backwards? Or is this maybe backwards? Hold on. Let me make sure we're still connected, first of all. Make sure we are still connected. It becomes a shock collar. No, it shouldn't become a shock collar because we're just using it for resistance. And then also the amperage at which we are using it and the resistivity is not high enough. That should be a worry. Sparks, that's not what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about them being bidirectional. I'm worried about... I'm worried about the way that I'm applying force. So give me a sec. Also, Jane, how has it been for you? For me, it's been a little something something. Okay. Huh. That shouldn't be the case. Give me a second. What's the name for a non-bidirectional one? I can only think of a great too stressful to think my thoughts. Wait, why are you so stressed? There's no reason to be stressed. You have no reason to be stressed or worried. Worst comes to worst, you just epically fail and end up homeless and on the street, and then you're struggling for every meal, and then you're gonna have to fight a rabid dog for, like, the spaghetti behind a warehouse, and then the dog's gonna win and share it with some other lady dog, and then they're gonna make a Disney movie out of it. Alright, I'm not going to speak for a second, but you'll see the... So I'm going to apply a constant amount of force. So this number is going to go constant, and then whenever my heart beats, it should go up, I believe. So give me a second. Hold on, I'm shorting it somewhere. That's weird. Hold on. Random question. Electrical resistors that are not bidirectional. What? What? I'm confused what you're trying to say there, Tallarine. Could you please explain? Alright, come on. Having this guy attached is rough. Don't worry, Jane. If that becomes a case, I'll slide in an extra slice of pizza next to the pasta plate. I got this. Those dogs won't know. Wait, you're not gonna, like, actually hit the dogs, right? You wouldn't. Wait, why isn't the force resistor sensor working? Okay. Spark said resistors are bidirectional. I wonder if there are resistors that do care about direction. I don't know, actually. Maybe I shouldn't allow you guys to choose the subject. Oh, we're debugging stuff? Yes, we are in debug hacking, Mr. Goblins. Oh my gosh. That should be fine. Hold on, let me try the other side of my neck real quick. Let me get angry. Gotta get angry. Someone say something that will enrage me. Surface mount resistors. Do you have a fork? The orange hippo. The orange... Multiplexers, orange hippos. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Blood glucose meter. You're right. ESP32. There's a wrong statement. I wonder if I use a Band-Aid. Hold on, let me try a Band-Aid. And yes, I do have Band-Aids on my desk now. Because Band-Aids, you can kind of adjust the fit. See, Zener diodes, yes, but... Okay. And then I can stretch the elastic. Ah, no, it got in my hair. Please. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. What about a clothespin and hot glue? Maybe. Ow. 1 second. I need to remove this. Okay. I just realized something that what I just did wouldn't work because I only care about half of this. Hold on. You know what? I'm deciding it right now. Such a resistor is called an A resistor. Interesting decision. Okay, so the idea is that I use the flexible fabric from this. Hold on. Read it again. Ace resistor. Ace resistor. Acerystor. 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 Aceroni. Macaroni and fettuccine. Okay, there we go. Then... Okay. This guy over my neck and stretch it. Okay. Is that too much? Let me try the medical tape. Dude, as soon as we get the resistor just dialed in, this will be fine. It doesn't matter what resistivity it is, so long as it's anything. Then life will be easy, and then everything will work out. And then I won't have to put this around my face. Except for the times that I put this around my face. Too much, too much, too much. Didn't wanna try this. Give me a sec. A little bit of this should work. There's gotta be a better way. Okay, this is why not looking things up is sometimes like a real monkey's paw, because I'm sure someone figured out the solution to this like a decade ago. All right, I'm gonna remove the question. I need to remove that. You guys have lost question privileges. Redeem. Hold on. XDX. Alright, you guys have lost the privilege. Congratulations. 1,000 congratulations to you guys for absolutely losing it. Okay, there we go. Frick, I wanted to ask you about quantum chromodynamics. I'm not sure if I would. We can't have anything in Detroit, exactly. Okay. Too large. No. Yeah, the only thing you guys can have is... I don't know. Tallarine, stop. I'm not... Can't even have Detroit. Honestly, I could just... have meter electrodes shorted. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully I will feel better soon. We shall see. Have meters electrodes shorted? I don't believe so. It doesn't matter, Alex, because you don't spend it on anything. You're just collecting the points. Okay. I feel like this was working better before, but all of a sudden this is just like, 1 second. Ori, do you have any metal forks yet? No, I don't have any metal forks. Okay. I lurk a bit. The channel point economy is inflating. Yes. That's okay, guys. You don't need inflation. This should be fine. Okay. Let me check my other force sensitive resistor and make sure it's not an issue with the actual resistor. I have a feeling that we're getting an issue with ground. Give me a sec. I don't think these things break. Or they shouldn't. I don't know of them breaking, at least. Huh? Okay. Then... Maybe it's just completely broken now. What if this just is always broken? Nope, nope, we shouldn't think those thoughts. We should not think those thoughts. We need to forge ahead. I want to make this. We want to make this. I want to make this a reality. So we're going to figure out what's the issue. Okay. What could be the issue? First, let's just... test it normally. Uh-oh. Things shall be made, exactly. Things must be made. Okay. It should be in the case, first of all. Okay, so we are getting a weird issue. Okay, so it could be broken hardware, but let's not jump to that conclusion yet. What if it's being shorted? Okay, maybe it was being shorted. Things get real now. Yes, things get real now. We need, like, a maximum focus music. We need music that we can listen to, like, that indicates that we've gotten serious. That's not the Doom music. It's just such an odd amount of force. And then if I overforce... yeah, it gets super small. Okay. So it's not a matter of the force resistor. Hold on. No, I hate Bardcore. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sound of Silence. Dude, it also appears to kind of fly off the fritz whenever I am talking. Let me try the Band-Aid solution again. I don't think the idea there was wrong. I don't think the idea to use the... The problem is that it's not going to press it directly down. So how do you drive it downwards? Because if you make the force... hold on. If you make the force all equal, so like this, we don't get... how about da? Da? Okay, hold on. One more time. Once more with feeling. We got this, we got this. We got this. I refuse. We are going to make our own heart resistor, heart monitor. And I refuse to yield. I will not yield. I will not yield. I do not care. I do care. That's why we're doing it. Okay. And this goes here. You need to have a hard... okay. You need a hard back, the sensor, and half a circle to focus. goes here. What's weird is, if I recall, like... Okay, there's no other places to get the heartbeat besides your wrist and your neck that I know of that are easily accessible. So I don't think that's the case. If I can't swap that, then how do I press into it? The problem is a force application issue. If I have something... Okay, hold on. One more thing. So, if I just wanted a value, and then if I just, like, press into it, I still get something. Okay, hold on. Let me... use... A coin battery is not what I should be pressing into my skin. 1 second. Let me see what I can use as a hard back. So essentially, I want the force to... Guys, I don't have a better idea. So, I'm gonna apologize for using a piece of candy as my hard point. But... I'm gonna have to use a piece of candy as a hard point. Okay. You could have just left it in the wrapper though, right? Honestly, it fits my vibe. Thank you. I'm glad it fits my vibe. Okay. This goes here. 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 Oh! Wait. Promising. Okay, listen, guys. The American... Please cut it off. This doesn't seem good. Please cut it off. What do you mean this doesn't seem good? This is fine. Like, I literally look at all the, like, gap that I have. Like, I have a huge amount of gap. That's not the issue. You need something smaller so it only presses the sensor and not the skin around it. Okay. I have an issue. Or I have a solution. Okay. Let's just first get this off. Okay. Second, I don't think the candy is necessarily a bad idea, so I'm going to leave the candy there. Okay. So we need something that is tall and super small. Or like, maybe a washer? Maybe a washer. Maybe a very small washer. Or a very small nut. I have ball bearings. Ooh, what about this? That candy is pretty sweet if you ask me. Listen, guys. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's step back and look at the absurdity of the situation for a second. Casual reminder, I'm using espresso candy to try to make my own heart rate monitor, okay? Listen, we are trying, okay? Like, not only are we using a sensor that's not supposed to be used for this application, we are trying to use it in a novel way by using candy, okay? Like you guys, you gotta believe. What's the heart rate monitor? Let's step back and reassess the situation. Yes. Listen, you can't move forward. You can't break a few eggs. Something. Anyways, I think this guy is about the right size. Your dolphin human hybrid girl on Twitch. It was used before. Listen, Tynek, if I've researched it, if I've ate Werther's original idea. You know what? Okay, hold on. I will gift 50 subs. I will give 50 subs to you right now, Tynek. Right now. If you can show me someone using candy and a force resistive sensor to take your heartbeat. Okay? I'll wait. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I was about to say Ori no, but you know what? That's fair. What a clip of you count. We got 50 subs writing on this. Dude's literally gonna make it on the fly. Nobody uses a force resistive sensor to measure heartbeat. Listen, just because no one uses it, we are just the first person to use it. Okay, this will be fine, actually. Okay. Are we successfully Chungus? Topocatl, you tell me. We're using candy to try to strap a force resistive sensor to my neck. I've kind of lost the plot, man. Ergo, there's no one using a piece of candy instead of implementation. Do not make me search my boxes at 2 a.m. If it gets eaten, will it still work? Just checking all failure modes. Chill, Drew. Listen, okay? Listen, Chill, Drew. Do you think we go for failure modes here? We're only focused on the future, and the future is success, and success is our future. It seems reasonable if you could control for noise and the sensor is sensitive enough. Yeah. I believe. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate your belief. I think if anyone has to use a Whetstone Bridge instrumental op-amp, a differential op-amp to signal high-low. But seriously, can you actually get a sensor to read your heartbeat? Yes, you can obviously get the hold on. Like, obviously it's just a matter of mounting, because, like... Let me mount it by using my hand. See, it's just a matter of getting it mounted. Okay. I have an idea. Okay, so this goes around me. The things I do for you guys. Things I do. You know, like that... You know the mom that's like... The things I do for you, the sacrifices I make when it's entirely sacrifices that they want. That's what the current situation is. Like, I just desperately want this to work. So I don't have to work with the terrible... We are such an ungrateful chat. You guys are so ungrateful. This seems totally reasonable. So the idea is just to find a periodic signal and say heart rate. This seems totally reasonable. What? You can always pivot to strapping 2 electrodes and turning it into an ECG. I don't think I will do that. This goes here. The problem is this guy's a bit rolly. Hold on. Yeah, that'll be fine. Hey, Comrade Soul, what's up? It's the same problem. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Sec. feel like this task could have been done with a popsicle stick and ultrasonic sensor. Like, I feel like this should have a billion solutions. I will post the working piece in a few minutes, assuming I find it, assuming I start searching for it. Yeah, co-parter. That's a joke. I think it needs to be thicker. Where I wrote minutes. I have no idea what you're saying. Timescale broke? Your timescale broke. Okay, so this plus this. Don't make a joke. I'm so confused. Wait, what joke are we making? Okay, this plus this. And then I need some duct tape. Okay, so we use this. And then I just needed to get this guy strapped in place. Please work. Please work so I can move on with my life. I just want to prove this is possible at this point, because I know it's possible. You're gonna have to be slightly longer. Duct tape, it can't fail. Exactly. You just lack vision. You just lack vision. We did it not because we thought it would be easy, but because, yes. Okay, more sec. It did reinforce my agoraphobia. I assume that's agoraphobia, like fear to go outside. But you can't let that stop you. Huh. Or maybe it's arachnophobia. Oh, acrophobia is fear of heights. Okay. No. That's okay. If you don't lose blood, sweat, and tears, what's the point of a project, right? We are going to get this to work. Failure is merely the opportunity to start again, this time more intelligently. I found a paper that validates your intuition. This is possible. I believe you got this. Good, good. Thank you, Jane. Honestly, this stream drains my sanity. Okay. One sec. Blood, sweat, tears with duct tape and hair too. Yes, exactly. Listen, where else on Twitch are you gonna find? Actually, Uwo's lab. But like, where else besides Uwo's lab? And it's Wednesday, so he's not streaming. Where else are you going to find it? Nowhere. No one else is going to give blood, sweat, tears, candy, and duct tape and hair to make a heart rate sensor. No one. And you can take that to the bank. Dude, listen, if Michael Reeves wants to mog me and just come in and do this quicker, I would welcome the challenge. In fact, I would relish the challenge. But Michael Reeves... Actually, I shouldn't call him a coward, because if he ever did see this, he would really... But, anyways. Thank you for the posture check. Do you want any spoilers in this, or would you do it for... Let me just DM him real quick. Yeah, sure, go ahead, DM him real quick. Summon Dan Clancy, too. Summon them all. VTuber launching catapult. Listen, if he makes a VTubing launching catapult, I will make a him launching catapult, okay? I shouldn't say that. That's mean. I mean... Okay. Even John Twitch, all body John Twitch. John Twitch has no chance. The John Twitch. I've missed. No, I am. We got this. I'm positive I can do this. It's just a matter of figuring out the puzzle pieces. What if I slightly just jabbed this into my neck? Can we call him John Geometry Dash? No. The problem is this is going to short it. Okay. I cannot believe, as I've already seen it work, I cannot believe, except without the candy, that would be new. Yes. Okay. Message sent. There is zero chance. There is zero chance you sent a message to them. There is zero chance, Cogs, right? Zero chance. Zero chance. Okay? No, you didn't. Yeah, I demand biological proof. I demand proof. We're going to get it. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Then again, you never... Biological proof? Yes. I demand biological proof that you sent it. Why biological? Why not? Huh? I'm not losing it. You're losing it. And I keep pulling out like a hair every time. This is so annoying. And I just got out of the shower. My hair is in there. And everything's going wrong. And that's okay. I'm not crashing out, you're crashing out, and I don't feel sick, you feel sick. And getting that, thank you for following Strike Buzzil. Is this a video, or is it with your hands? Is this a video? No, this is me. This is my hands. This is my hands, dude. See, like, look, I have the jacket. I have the same jacket on. We have the same jacket on. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live right now. Real hands. She's actually an LLM. I'm not an LLM. Also, hello, Minute Midnight. I don't know who you are, but hi. How's it going? We were just... Is it really scary to just message people? I mean, I find it scary. So lifelike. So lifelike. Can I be an LLM? We're all LLMs. I'm good. I just decided to join randomly. Oh. Wait, where did you find me out of curiosity? Oh. Let me just jab this screw into my face. I also think messaging people is scary. I think I've gone over this, but like, my long-term solution is literally just to meme my way into people's hearts and hope for the best. That's literally my long-term plan. Or you say something that a human would not say. It works. IDK went to random streamers. Oh, okay. Very cool. Well, I hope you have a good time here for however long you are here for. This is actually... No, I don't want to chase you away. Dude, I don't want to chase you away. I was going to say something that would chase you away. Because I think it would be funny. But, 1 second. I'm a wait, do you know what a VTuber is? Wait, Midnight, do you know what a VTuber is? We might have to jump slightly further out. You know what a VTuber... Really? Okay. Sorry guys, we're gonna take a quick jump out. Let me just get this off my face. Okay. Alright. So, we are a VTuber. So I'm a VTuber. So like I use a virtual model and it actually does face tracking. So say if I wanted to like open my mouth, if I wanted to smile, smile. If I wanted to be angry, I could be angry. So I just essentially am able to, it's showing my actual facial emotions right now instead of just like something random. So like even when my eyes move, that's my eyes moving in real life. Then it's also combined in with my hands, so I'm just working on random inventions, essentially, while doing this. So that's what a VTuber is, typically. And you have like a whole 2D model that tracks your body movement. Typically just your face, but it's another way. And then also, what we primarily do here is we make random inventions. So, what that looks like is that currently we are trying to make a device that is able to score how hard we work out. So whenever you work out, you know how you could normally just take your heart rate and say, oh, that's an okay estimate on how good your workout is. So what we wanted to do was make an invention to make it better. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to do a fusion of multiple sensors. So what we have here is a force-resistive sensor, which we are trying to essentially make a fancy little heart rate monitor. So this guy is an actual heart rate monitor. This is what we should be using for our application. So we have our heart rate monitor here, and this is what we should be using for our application because you just put your finger there, and that gives you a value. But we aren't doing that because I don't know. But yes, so we aren't doing that. And then the other thing that we're going to be fusing together is our accelerometer data. So we're essentially going to take those two sensors, derive our heart rate and our temperature and our acceleration to see how hard we are working out overall. So yes, that is what we are currently working on. And you have just come into an interesting stream, to say the least. Usually we're a bit more successful than we are currently being. But I am trying to... Would you be mad if I actually did message Michael Reeves? No, of course not. Why would I be mad about that? Also, hello, Baron. This is all going over my head, just saying. Okay. Do you know what a Fitbit is? Midnight? I assume you know what a Fitbit is, right? Yes. All right. Baller. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to make a better version of a Fitbit using things that aren't commonly used to make said device. And we are just doing all of the engineering and all of the stuff up front, and we're trying to make it work. And that is what we do here. If that sounds interesting, stay around. Okay, cool. Yeah. Better is doing some heavy lifting here. Looks like a bunch of wires. Yes, so the way that it's going to have to work is that these guys are going to have to communicate what their values are to our microcontroller, which is just a small computer, which is this guy, and is responsible for processing, for a lack of a better word, the combination of those values and then turning it into something usable. Yes, we will be using a digital signal processor, but let's not go into the DSP part. Are you a genius? Nope. No, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm positive I am not. Even when you don't get it exactly right, what's going on is a great stream to keep in background while you're working on your own things. Yeah. Yeah, I'm either mad or I'm half the time. That's interesting. Anywho. So yeah, we make random things here. If you've ever seen Ratatouille, for instance, we let chat beat Ratatouille. So like we use like electrical pads and impulses to control our limbs so that chat was able to cook. So yeah, we do tons of random stuff here, I would say. Anyways, madness is the stage of enlightenment. Yeah. But yes, I aspire to be, a little guy, Anyways, we must proceed. Sorry for the side tangent. And also, hello, Wacky. And again, I am a little low energy today because I am feeling like sick, but, you know. That's neither here nor there. I appreciate you. That's okay. I appreciate you too, Midnight Minute. But yes, so back to trying to get this guy to work. So, I mean, you are sick. Sick. Woof. 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 What am I gonna do with you, dude? What am I gonna do with you? I can't take you anywhere. I can't take you anywhere. Oh my gosh, it hurts to laugh. Okay. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm probably gonna stick around, but it sounds cool. I'm probably not gonna stick around. Okay. That's all Gouda. I will see you on the flippity flip or never again. And that means I can make a joke that we're actually going to meet up in person, and then you're going to be my husband eventually, and then we're going to date, and then everything's going to go well, and then everything's going to go well, and then everything's going to go well, and then everything's not going to go well. That Ori. Ori, don't parasocial the newbies. Last time, yep, not happening though. Last time, chatter. All right though. Obviously, that's a joke. But see you around if I do ever see you again. There's the Midnight She Eats Crowns. Guys, don't tell him. Do not tell him I eat crowns or crayons. Okay, I'm not. Okay. So I joined because I like your character. Looks cute. Yeah, but... Yes. Yep. I'm... things are gonna go bad. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. What about the book, though? What sort of nightmare trash can are we making today? What's your favorite crown flavor? Hi, Avo. My favorite crown flavor is... Scarlet and brown. Those are the two best flavors. Consult the sheet. You want me to consult the sheet? You want me to consult the sheet? Okay, one moment. I'll consult the sheet. I say defeatedly, pulling up my data sheet. Alright. Data sheet. There you go. Please copy and paste the data that you would like to see. But crown matching, or crown tasting. Brown is a 7 out of 10. Scarlet is a 7 out of 10. Those are the two things that taste better, or taste good. My favorite one when I tasted it was brown because it, you can read it. Strong taste of dirt, delicious texture, unironically felt like eating cocoa. Those are the notes I wrote. Anyways. Anywho. Are those official names that might be interesting to mine that based off their color? Yes, those are the official names. Whatever I wrote down is the official name. I still need to figure out why this guy's not working. Do we continue down this path, or do we just switch over to an actual heart rate monitor? Surely this is easier than a heart rate monitor, right? No, I want to make this. We're going to make this. The entire point is to make this. I refuse. I respectfully refuse. Please keep going. Good. What's the issue with the real sensor? I don't want to use it. Probably the latter, but whatever you're up to. We're going to keep it going. The entire purpose is to push ourselves and see what we are capable of. And then when you finally reach the top of the mountain, you'll never know what you're actually capable of and truly capable of. And, well, it's going to be wonderful, and everything's going to work out. Interesting path, might have a lot of fallen trees. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The science does not need to be done, but it probably will anyways. Good. So this guy shouldn't matter which way we're pressing force. Force should be bidirectional, so it should not matter. What if I stacked... I need to stack a sensor. What if I stacked something on the back side of it? One sec. Thinking. We're thinking. Hard back, sensor, something to focus. Yes. Okay, let's try this. Needs to be slightly taller. I need something taller than this. Stupid question. What if I just stack two? Might have surface area issues. 1 second. Tension keeps me awake. That's good. Good for you. The tension also keeps me awake at night. Every night I try to go to bed and I can't because I can't stop thinking. You know? Wait, how do you guys actually stop thinking, by the way? Like, that's an actual question for you guys. It's been a while since I've done anything with color perception. I can't. Who says we do? Is that even possible? Well, midnight minute, you didn't leave. Work till exhaustion? I can't. Okay, so everyone's just like, okay. The thoughts just keep coming whether you want them to or not. Exactly. There's gotta be a way to actually make them stop, right? Like, is there an actual way that you're supposed to make them stop? Or is that just normal? Because, like, sometimes I wish, you know... I think some people are. Okay. No, I'm better off using something that's taller. 1 second. Ori, stop before duct taping a TENS unit before... I won't duct tape a TENS unit to my head. You need to calm down. Brem non-verbal. I make words only when I speak to someone. Think fast. High five. Don't worry, Husk. I always think fast. We always think fast here. Hard back. This, then this, then this. Oh, have a very good night. Not enough. Is it my bad my head is emptiest when I watch your stream? No, I don't suppose that's, like, bad or anything. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I couldn't think of a sneaky way to word it, but I have a slice of bread with peanut butter in my palm, so I abandoned the joke. Oh, okay. Good for you. So what else have you built? Could anyone else so I have made we've made a slot machine. Dude, we made a painting robot. A Devil's Deal alarm clock. Oh yeah, a cheese launcher, a dino dancer, a salt emote that like actually does salt. Yeah, no, this is gonna have to be bigger. Cookie clicker. Oh yeah, a key jingler robot. Yeah. Pretty much the sky's the limit on what we've... Well, actually, no, the sky's not the limit. But... Okay, smaller. Have you ever gotten so excited planning something that you actually thought when the reality hit you, what was I on? All the time. Random stuff. Yes, midnight. It's always random stuff. We always make random stuff. The sky's the limit, except hippos. Yeah, we occasionally fail experiments. So, like, we did fail the hippo experiment. Tried to make chat-controlled hungry hippos. What's the most intentionally dangerous thing you made? Probably the chat-controlled popcorn maker. That was the most dangerous thing that I've made, I think. There's gotta be a better screw. Hold on. Maybe I'm... No, it has to be the same size and same height. And offset has to be fine. I could use an Allen key. No. I could use a wire. I could use force. I could use a screw. What about a screw? Popcorn the silent killer. Oh, thank you for following Midnight Minute. Hair. Hair. Wait, that was more dangerous than the attempted railgun? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's more dangerous or not. I am honestly not sure. Pokemon music? Yes. Actually, no. Medical tape's still the best idea here. One day this is gonna work out. No, I'm going to make this work. I'm not going to stop until this works. Fire isn't that uncommon here, but Ori does have a fire extinguisher. Yep, that is correct. We do have the fire extinguisher. In case we get a little too spicy. Or rather, when we get too spicy. There's just not enough bottom surface area. Oh yeah, we made a magical spell book that did magical spells. Though not many people were around for that. You were able to cast like fire, water, fire, water, light spells, you know, the usual, as one does. Oh, camera battery. 1 second. How did the spellbook work? So the spellbook worked by I pre-prepped every spell. So like for fire, for instance, it just lit a fire, right? Or for water, it just like sprayed water. However, the way that it would work is that you had to make contact with the actual spellbook. So like you had the spellbook in your hand, and then you had to be on the proper page for the spellbook, and then you also had to say whatever the magical spell was while on the proper page in order for the spell to cast. So that's how that worked. Jill, are you trying to speech or actually reading? Are you using text-to-speech or actually reading? What do you mean by that? For the We used speech to text. But yes. The chat? Oh, we have, like, bots that read the chat. There are add-ons that can just, like, read the IRC. So, for instance, if I were to plug this guy in. Bu- 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 bu. You know, maybe it's just easier to show what we had. Hold on. I think this guy should connect. Give me a moment. It might not be connected. Probably isn't. Oh, right. I recall that gimmick. What do you mean gimmick, dude? It wasn't a gimmick. Hold on. I think I may... 1 second. Let me see if I can run it real quick. Start with debugging. I think this should work. Please let me know. Oh, thank you, Strike Puzzle. Or thank you, Ty, for gifting a sub. That's appreciated, but not necessary, but always appreciated. Hold on. Pause. Trial. 1 second. I'm swapping over. A. Open reset. Trial. Should be this guy. Let me run this. Boop. Boop, boop. And run Python file. Terminal. Should have worked. Oh, man. Running code on the fly is always rough. Start with debugging. Hello? I think we are having some slight issues. That's okay. But yeah, we do have it. So, besides reading heart rate, so what it is currently doing is that we want to measure both the accelerometer data and we want to measure the heart rate and our skin temperature to see how hard we are working out. And that's also how the voice-to-text thing worked. Anyways. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry, guys. Little slow today, it seems. Yes, I'm a little slow, if you know what I mean. To be perfectly honest, I'm feeling a lot sick. So please bear with. Oh, thank you, Whammer, for following. I appreciate it. No, the text thing. Oh, a little slow today, it seems. Oh, I see. Seriously, though, how do I mount this? I think I need a longer. I'll stay quiet, not to distract. No, feel free to talk. Ori, did you scare off the new MMO friend I made? No, I hope not. That dude was so nice and genuine, by the way. That was, like, one of the most genuine human conversations I've had in my life. And that was, like... For a lack of a better word, that conversation that I had with them, just like, it was, I don't know. I don't know, man. I wish I could have conversations like that all the time. Or if you're not really feeling it, you can just unstream, you know? Yes, but the schedule must be maintained at all costs, Alex. Except for the fact that I may have to take a trip in April to New York for reasons. Whoopsie. She can't stop for 8 more minutes. That's true. He might have been your future husband. Okay. Maybe if I, like, package it backwards. NYC with chat? No, I'm not taking... I mean, I can, like, take you guys with my phone, but I can't, like, take you. I need one of these. I don't hate you guys. I remember my last WoW friend. She got lucky when I quit all my gold in Kata. I see. Yeah, that's quite a bit. But Oh, yeah, wait. Brink, you... No, don't dox. Don't dox. We don't dox people. We don't dox people. We don't dox people. We don't dox people. She already does. She never said hi to me today. Just take Jane. I'll take Jane. You would be surprised of the bits I will commit to for a bit. Doxing in this economy, exactly. Well, you're in one of the biggest cities in the entire world. Don't you think that's too much personal information? Wait, how did doxing come up? No reason. Maybe if I did this plus a screw. Too small. Too big. Maybe this guy plus this guy. Doxygen. Listen, we're not making doxygen comments. No. Fun fact, I live at Monka. Please don't actually dox yourself on the stream. I would appreciate you guys not doxing yourselves live on stream. You're one kind streamer for sure. I've never seen anyone like you. Thanks! I think that's a compliment. Well, that's gotta be a compliment, right, guys? That's surely that's a compliment. Is that the Doomsday Vault? Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay. Seriously, though, how am I gonna attach this guy? How am I going to attach this guy? I got to figure out how to attach this. I just need it to have a constant reading out. If I could just, like, keep my hand there. Like, if I could just keep my hand there, this will work. If I could just keep my hand there. So, if I can't keep my hand there... I can't just use a battery. If I use anything thicker, so if I were to use something like super thick, what if I was to use something thick that came to a point? So like this, for instance. Do you use metal and the tape as a conductor? So what is actually happening here is there are wires leading outside of it, and that's how we're getting it out. Do you have any coins? I have plenty of coins. So if I were to do this, the problem is that I'd have to apply a certain amount of force. And if I just left it there... Hold on. And then let's apply this to my... Okay, hold on. We might be getting somewhere, guys. We might be getting somewhere. Well, I wanted to pop in and say hi. Good luck with the fire. Thank you so much, Husk. I hope you have a good time. Hopefully your writing's gone well. Have you been writing much? Okay. I have to pull my hair back every time. I really need to get hair ties. We'll get hair ties next stream. Sporty girl doing electronics, how are you not more popular? What? Well, it's the Linux developer. Pog, dude. Wait, what type of Linux stuff do you do? And what's your favorite Linux OS? If I might ask. If I might ask, Linux developer, what is your favorite Linux OS? And please tell me it's RHEL. or CentOS. Oh, we're so close. I can tell we're close. Okay, hold on. I think this is close. 1 second. 1 second, we're getting close. Oh no, rel. You don't like rel? Device driver. Oh. Device drivers, Arch for Linux, Rocky for server, and no, not Torvalds. What about Temple OS? What's your opinion on Temple OS? Okay. Please get attached. So what are the breadboards for? They're for the circuitry. So actually, once we get this force resistor working, we'll have to attach another resistor to run what's known as a comparator. Oh, we're so close. I can tell. It's so close. Please. Okay, another piece. We just need more tape. But, so essentially we're going to use multiple different, we're going to have to use another resistor to compare it and then divide the voltage to figure out if we're actually seeing the heartbeat. So we are using a breadboard to prototype that part out. Once we get to an actual thing, what we'll be doing is, we'll probably use one of these guys, which is a solderless breadboard. They have little, like, holes in them, and they're just internally connected. That's what we'll use. Curse, but also an interesting case study of mania. Hannah Montana kind of is an interesting path. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's cut it. Okay. Now we just go still. Put my hands. Now throwing rel. I like rel and CentOS. The reason why I asked is because I like those systems. You guys don't know how many pieces of tape is attached to my skin right now. Ow. At least 4. I would have been fine with that in the past, but after Stunt Red Hat did, I pulled... Gotta love using enterprise-grade Linux and getting support from Red Hat AI. Wait, Red Hat AI? Sorry, I haven't really used Drell much since, like, 2021? What happened since 2021, guys? Rail's gone downhill? No! Sad. Okay. So do you have an electrical background, or are you just self-taught? My background is in biomedical... rust in the kernel. Sorry. I have kind of an electrical background. My engineering background is in biomedical engineering, which is making electrical devices for the human body. So it's like electrical engineering, but for the human body. And that's kind of tangentially related to this type of stuff, but not exactly. So this is right up your alley. It's tangentially related, yes. So you could make a third arm for yourself? Yes, I could, if I really wanted to. Could I make it function? I mean, it wouldn't be great, but I could make one on the fly. Hold on. I can't feel my pulse now. This is kind of concerning. Let me put it on the other side of my neck. No, still issues. No, the force needs to be more gentle. Hold on. So this is the default force level, and then if I were... Hold on. First of all, how much are you floating? You're floating too much. I need it to be constant. Or near constant. So this guy needs to be constant when I'm not interfering with it. What? Why did it go to 0? Or did it go to too large? May have gone to too large. Okay, and then if I place this against my neck... Kinda wish I was around for the beginning of the project. This is the beginning of the Project Midnight. These projects usually only take a handful of streams. This is the second stream for this project. Still running into the issues, dude. The first stream was... Okay, please don't... Not in front of them. They don't know yet. I found a card that works in powers of 2. You seem chill enough for co-working. What hours do you normally stream? I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 3:30 PST to 5:30 PST, typically, at a minimum. Usually I'm a bit more energetic. I'm not, like, super energetic, but I am usually a bit more energetic. I'm actually sick right now. Oh, that feels so right. So close. I can... Come on, please. Please. I can tell you're so close to working, little guy. I shall possibly see you if I need stimulation while working. Okay, see you later. Goodbye forever. I want to get this working before I stop. Okay, but I'm just doing this the same way every time and expecting the same result. Or I'm just doing this similar every time and expecting the same result. This isn't going to magically change if I just attach it. Okay. Insanity. Sometimes that is insanity, but when you're working on like jank scales, sometimes you just have to try it a certain number of times. Like it has probabilities of being successful. And that's what we're going for. I really just need it barely attached and to press into my skin. Honestly, why am I just not... Why can't I just glue, like, my hand to my face? I mean, stupid question. Cold? I think so. It's not helpful that my blood's not, like, flowing super hard right now. I can feel it, so why? Yep. Hippos are fantastic. Force isn't gonna matter. I have to put the right amount of force and force it into place. I could use the bending force resistor, but we already determined that that was a poor match. Why did we come to the conclusion so quickly that this guy was a poor match? Because the amount of deformation, or the amount of movement that you receive is not high enough. So if I were to, again, press this guy here. There we go. Okay. So the problem with this one is I don't believe you guys would be able to see the notice difference. No, this isn't... What can I do? Solid back, solid back. Not sure if he ever got it done. You can transmit energy over distance, but generally it's inefficient, is how that works. Again, I need just like the smallest amount of force to press in. Like literally, if I'm just like able to do it with my hand, it's so easy, but why can't... Why can't I just do it with other things? Is there... How can I just, like, press and put a finger to this thing? Or, how can I just, like, press a finger and hold it in place if tape doesn't work? If tape doesn't work... Rubber band, spring. Okay, so springs. Hold on. Let me check under my... I can make my own spring, but I prefer not to. I should have, like, compression springs somewhere. Hold on. I should have, like, a pack of several hundred. Not sure if they're in this drawer, though. String and rubber band. Wrong type of spring. How fixed do you need? Relatively speaking, fixed. The force needs to be as fixed as possible and as low as... Basically, a force that is pressing into it that is both low and consistent. That's what we need. A force that is both low and consistently pressing in. What about an electrode? 1 second. Let me try an electrode. I think electrode's gonna have the same issue, though. And then scissors. We're getting more creative with our solutions, chat. I want to get this. I'm gonna get this working. And then I really just need it barely attached. It needs to be as low as possible. Too much. Okay. Too much. And then what if we try more? So again, I just want the surface area of it mounted. Just this part. Okay, surface area. This feels like this should be about right, but the force is still not showing up. Oh, it's not showing up at all. Okay. So that's a poor distribution method. Okay, so for rubber band goblins, how are you thinking rubber band? Like, rubber band where? Rubber band where? The spring part, I don't have a spring. The rubber band part doesn't seem like that would work. I want to get this working. I want to get this working. So I'm going to get this working. First of all, are you even connected still? Yes. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. Let me pay. It has to go around my main artery on my neck. What about a choker? Hold on. Small idea. Do this. I just want this to work. Why won't you live? Can you link a few together? I could. Something like that came with your shot color, right? Oh, I did get a... Wait, did it? Hold on. Okay, it needs to be longer. Sec. Wait, let me see. Let me see if that will work. I should have LOL. What? Yeah, I'll try that. 1 second. Let's ball. Let's try. This isn't powered, so it can't shock me. This is not powered. Is the device going to be this large? It's going to not be large. It's going to be pretty small once all things are said and done. Okay, this goes here. 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 And this goes here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. And put this like here. I have to go one further. I don't think so, though. This is a sort of prototype phase with gut design happening, but large is expected when problems are solved, when you get... yeah, that's true. Also, no, Jane, it's too much force. I think it's too much force. We're checking. Ah. You know what? You know what? This is fine. This is fine. We're going to figure this out on Friday. I'm going to figure this out on Friday. I'm going to sleep on this, and we are going to get a thought on how to mount this. I'm going to figure it out a little bit. I'm not going to do like any experimenting offline, but I'm going to think of solutions for this. So what we're going to do now is end stream. I think this is a good time to end stream. So I'd like to ask you guys who you guys would like to raid, because I think we're at a okay point. Arise. Okay. I like how I don't use it for that. But yeah, we'll raid Arise. Cool. Baller. We'll raid Arise. I hope you guys are able to have a good afternoon, evening, and night. I'm going to rest and recover. And Friday, we are going to get this working, or my name is not Oriana Aura. And it is Oriana Aura, so it's going to work. But yes, thank you so much for being around. I hope you guys have a good afternoon, evening, and night, wherever you are. All right, cool. See ya. Oh, Maple's just lurking. Goodbye, Maple, and hello, Maple. Wait, did it raid? Did it raid you guys? Hello? Did it raid? Yes. Okay, we're good.